So finding myself in a break and at a want of something to say, I think I'm going to read and share something I wrote the last time I was taking a break. In the process of packing, I found one of my favorite shirts, lycra and spandex racing shirt of silver steely gray. It fits perfectly, stays where it should, breathes and bends and moves as I do, and the gray highlights the flint in my eyes. It was badly in need of washing. Rather than wait for a full load, I set to laundry as I usually do, since our washing facilities broke down. Fill a bucket of hot water, don a pair of heavy latex gloves, wrap the shirt around a bar of soap, and lather it under the water. This is the bucket I used to carry wash water from the creek when a county accounting error cut off our water supply, that I've since used for countless washings. It's plastic, white, stained and scratched from use, and originally filled with cat litter. I'll miss it when I leave it behind, and neither miss nor resent its necessity. I've grown accustomed to such necessities, polished them in practice till they are neither good nor bad, but simply how things are. Simply facts, and as with anyone when the facts of their world disappear, I don't know who I'll be without them. Maybe better, but that person is a stranger to me now. I set the soap aside, shake the shirt through the water, which quickly darkens, browns with sweat, blood, small hole near the shoulder where a thorn punched half an inch in, and I've not washed it since, and rust-red Georgia dirt. It will be good to wear the shirt again, even if I can't get it entirely clean this way. Shake and squeeze and shake and squeeze, and it's as clean as I can get it in this water. I will not fill another bucket for one shirt, and will use this water for washing floors. I learned how to conserve when every gallon I washed with was hauled half a mile through heavy brush. Every drop of it is precious, every drop a potential stumble in the dark, sending me and the water rolling down the hill, back to the creek to start over again. Every drop of water is a success. You learn the value of things when you carry them yourself, when you calculate grocery trips in weight because your car was stolen and your bus route didn't survive the last round of cutbacks. 10 pounds is nothing to lift, nothing to carry, but when carried through 3 miles of rolling hills, skewed concrete, dirt paths on roads without sidewalks, the difference between 50 and 60 pounds is all the difference in the world. It's the difference between having to take a break in the masjid parking lot or in front of the Baptist church half a mile further. In summer, it's the difference between needing a cold shower the minute you walk in the door or walking the last yards up the driveway through the queasiness of heat stroke. You learn the value of things like duty, responsibility, no longer words or things you think about. They get ground into your bones, harden your feet walking under their weight, melt flesh off your frame and turn shoulders to steel. Responsibility becomes the first mile, duty the second, and the third mile, walked so long and under so much pressure that you get smaller. I've lost 20 pounds. Harder. Perhaps enough miles and diamonds. But the third mile is when you think about who you're feeding, who the gallon of milk is for to ease an upset stomach, and a gallon is 8 pounds. The dogs that will be so happy to see you when you walk through the door with 35 pounds of dog food on your shoulder. Duty and responsibility won't last the third mile. Only thing that will is love. You also learn what indulgence really is. In the 2 pounds of apples you don't strictly need. It's extra weight, most times weight that is skipped, but sometimes the taste of that first bite of apple once you're home and inside makes carrying them worth it. Those little pleasures paid for in miles can refresh the spirit when it's tempting to just stop. I squeeze the last of brown water from the shirt, turn on the shower to rinse with cold water, place the bucket beneath to catch the drops. The bathroom is dim, twilight dim. The bulb burned out, and it's hard to carry delicate things among the rest. Harder to justify buying them when they're not strictly necessary. A stream of sun is coming through the window, slicing through the spray as I rinse. For a moment, it's at just the right angle relative to my eye for two rainbows to form. Shirt in both hands, I spread and squeeze, till the water runs almost clear. There, a tinge of regret when I turn off the water. I'll remember those rainbows the rest of my life, remember most things in some small way, but the rainbows themselves will not return. Memory amidst impermanence means remembering everything lost, looking at the things around you and remembering when they worked. Maybe that's why the junk piles up, a wall of computers or tower of VCRs. They are monuments and reminders of things that once worked. That you used to have that computer that worked, used to have a VCR for all those cassettes. The dreams on the drives and the tapes are intact, but the device to read them is now just junk, and junk that will be cleaned away soon. As I lay the shirt across a radiator to dry, I think about loss and necessity. Only lightly, not feeling, regarding their facts, and set such thoughts aside to find the next task. I don't ask if they are good or bad, necessary or cruel, and I don't really ask if I'm happy much. Not much anymore. Those questions are heavy, and I can't afford the weight.